Hello, welcome back to another game on Arena, this time between Dark Noob in yellow as the Franks, and we have Modri playing in blue as the Khmer here. Another Khmer game, and Franks against Khmer, I guess Franks should be considered a little bit better. I'm not sure about it. We're going to find out soon in this game. So you can see from the ratings, Modric just coming back. I think he was starting to play there, or maybe he was playing for a while. Dark Noob on a 2k1 plus level, and I think that's his skill level definitely on Arena 1v1s. He's become quite strong here. Let's see how this game is going. Start with the maps first, and I guess as we're around here, let's start with Modri, who has the main stone. Pretty safe in the back. Second gold safe in the back. Cannot see it yet. I hope he's going to find it. There's two sheep that he can see already. I guess it was a bit of sheep scouting. Second stone safe in the back as well. The main gold on the side, close to the wood line here. Maybe a TC right here on the diagonal would be nice. On the gold, on the wood line. And we have two boars inside. No, it was outside actually. Or maybe it wasn't. I'm not sure because there's 3 deer outside. And Modric is going to try to lure them in. We have the third gold outside here, close to the walls though. One relic on inside here, and another relic. No, actually this one is closer to Modri, but I think it should be considered in a neutral zone. Modri gonna go with the deer early on, which is good for him. He has the Khmer scout against the Franks, so he is gonna lose any scout fight that he's going to try and take. Nice, parking the boar under the TC. It's still running away, but I think we'll be fine here. Not a perfect boar, but it's a good one. And the next deer coming up as well. As for Dark Noob, let's see. Luring the deer in from outside. He's using sheep to keep the gate open. Really nice to see. Main stone, main gold, close together, safe in the back. TC here, or maybe even here, close to that little tree, would be amazing. I guess he's going to place one in between those two resources if he's going for TCs, which I guess he goes. We have Lumbercamp coming up close to that second gold, which is safe in the back as well. The third gold inside, close to the walls, but inside, which is really nice to have. And only the second stone is outside, also close. One really close to the space, another one quite close. And this one, I think, should be considered in a neutral zone. It's still closer to Dark Noob. Extra gold here, extra stone here, extra gold here, so we might see the players moving to the extra resources once they have map control in a fight. It's possible at least. Dark Noob going for the mining camp on the right side of this main gold in my opinion, and as you can see the scout 54 HP, nice bonus for the Franks here. Looks like Dark Noob has a lot of food in the bank already, going to 27 population. I am expecting a barracks to go up here, and we have Modri on the other side clicking up the field age as well. One more villager with the Khmer, it makes sense because he can go and click up with 28 population, and we have 3-4 villagers on gold now, which is very interesting. That lumbercamp not perfect. I think he should micro is villagers, micro, macro, mini economy, how is it called? The micro economy. Yeah, it seems like Modric is on the toilet. He's got 5 farms up and running, and he's got the resources he needs to click up to Castle Age. Is he going for a stable? Possibly, yes. Coming up in the Castle Age click is going to be the 1456 with 28 population. As for Dark Noob, creating the second villager, barracks is up, stable blacksmith as expected, nothing special. And after Castle Age we go here as well. That's pretty much 30 seconds, 29, so Dark Noob 4 seconds behind, but not really, to be honest. It doesn't really make a lot of difference here. Of course, Modric is going to scout as for as long as possible. Dark Noob scout coming back to his own base. Let's see how the players can see here. Yeah, Modric is going back. He knows if I'm running into the scouts, I'm going to die, and actually is trying to take that fight, which is a mistake here. 2 against 2 is still better for Dark Noob. And we're going to see a bit of scout fights here. Modric can see most of the relics. I think he's missing one, which is closer to Dark Noob's base. But other than that, he's fine. 3 scouts on the map, 4 military units for Dark Noob already. Did he go for a spearman? No, it's scout number 4. Light Cav coming up, as both players are in Castle Age now. Monastery up for Modric, Monastery coming up for Dark Noob. Do we have any extra TCs coming up? 1 TC coming up on the wood line. And I thought he would go between those 2 resources, but okay, it's all fine. And I mentioned the 3 TC will come up very soon. As for Modri, stable, we did see that one. Second TC on the way. Did go over the mining camp here, so the TC that I suggest is not happening. And third TC coming up on the wood line in that main stall. We have a little bit of a scout fight, and it looks like a light cap fight. Looks like Dark Noob has the better end for himself. There's only one monk around. That means Dark Noob has to go back now. In the meantime, he's collecting the first relic. Should go for that second one as well. He cannot see it. Wow, look at this. That's one tile. That's the tile with the relic that he cannot see. Is that bad scouting or is it bad luck? I guess somewhere in between. truth is located. And for now, both players on 37 population, 3 TCs up and running, a lot of villagers queued up in that 1 TC. A little bit of a mistake. Now we have idle TC time for Dark Noob here. Of course, they're busy microing their units, and looks like Modri now has more light cav in the fight, but yeah, Dark Noob is going for more as well. And once again, we have a big light cav fight with a few monks here in Castle Age. Khmer against Franks in this game. And in the meantime, the players are booming. We have one relic in for Modri, one for Dark Noob. And the question is, can Modri actually see the relic close to Dark Noob's base? No, he can't. 11 military units for Dark Noob now. That's 2 monks and 3 monks plus 8 light cav. Gonna be tough for Modri, but he's got 2 relics, so that's a little bit of a success here. At least it's no failure. We have Fieldbro coming from both players. Dark Noob also doing loom, Modri doing loom. Pretty much the same thing. The question is, what are they going to do in Imperial Age? We're going to see battle elephants here, but I'm expecting to see halberdiers, to be honest. We might see hand cannoneers, we might see bombard cannons from both players. Throwing axe is a possibility. I don't think honor chest, maybe Arbalest from the Khmer actually. And we could see a lot of castles still from Dark Noob. He's got the cheap castle, so he could go with a very severe attack. You know, there's a mining camp coming between those 2 resources, main gold and main stone. But of course there's 2 tiles here, so not ideal. And he's taking stone with 3 villages from the TC. Dark Noob should be able to click up to Imperial Age within the next minute, I guess. Pretty much the same for Modri. He might be a little bit farther away, but not really. And handcard on the way for him as well. So we're gonna see Imperial Age click for both players very soon. University coming up in the back here. Doesn't need it, but he should go for it. Wants to go for chemistry probably. And a siege workshop also coming up. That's a building he will need. Dark Noob is the first to click up to Imperial Age if he's going to click. University finished. And here we go, Imperial click on the main TC, makes sense. What's the plan here? I guess University is up, so siege workshops, possibly outer ranges, but I would prefer to see castles actually. I would love to see the throwing axemen in action. Handcard coming from Dark Noob. Now villager-wise, neck and neck, 80 villagers from both players. They're really close, and this might be a Civ win in the end. Not a real one, but like might be tiny nuances that is going to decide this game. Pikeman on the way from Modri. He's expecting cavalry units and probably wants to be able to counter those light cav that are still on the field. He's got 2 barracks, 3 barracks, 4 coming up. Is he going for standard infantry here? I think pikemen only, that's not going to be enough. Of course, we could see heavy scorpions for the Khmer later on, but I think it's not a go-to unit in early Imperial Age. That's really tough to pull off. Now the pikemen are taking the fight, siege workshop coming up in the middle. Actually 2 of them, so maybe it is heavy scorpions that Modri is planning to do, or just bombard cannons. Chemistry on the way for both players, they are both up to Imperial Age. Archer range is on the way, we are going to see hand cannoneers then probably. I don't think there's going to be an Imperial and a skirmisher, Imperial Age, elite skirmisher opening. Also coming from Dark Noob now, very very strong. Dark Noob missing one of the most important upgrades in the game when it comes to booming, when it comes to arena, to be honest, and of course on other maps as well. Siege workshops coming up, a castle actually now on the side, protecting that 3rd gold, which is still inside Dark Noob's base. Dark Noob can see the extra resources. Same should go for Modri. Yes, the scouting looks okay. And Modri now with the heavy scorpion upgrade done. Interesting. Invested a lot of resources in early Imperial Age. It's quite costly. Later on, it's no problem. Bombard cannons on the field, and Modri has more military units. Not a lot, but they are there. Siege engineers from Dark Noob coming up. Modri doesn't have that upgrade yet. He could go for it later on. A castle behind the siege workshops, and more siege workshops coming up. It's going to be a siege battle here with a few pikemen. Let's see how Dark Noob is going to react here. Hand cannoneers, bombard cannons. That's the go-to unit combination for now. It's going to be a gunpowder fight with a few pikemen in the mix, and those heavy scorpions. Siege engineers coming from Modri now as well. Chain barding armor from Dark Noob. Why not go for more light cav? They are quite strong here. And that siege workshop is almost going down. More heavy scorpions getting produced. The bombard cannons trying to get a few good shots in, but looks like Modri knows. I cannot really go close to those bombard cannons with light cav. There's too many hand cannoneers around, and we're going to see a little bit of a bombard cannon micro between the 2 players. Heavy scorpions in the mix. They're not doing a lot of damage for now. I guess they are a threat that we need to deal with. But that looks fine. Bombard cannons is the main army here, and now the heavy scorpions moving forward. That's a lot of them, so the hand cannoneers are in danger actually. Pikemen are really doing a lot. Usually you want to have them against cavalry units. That doesn't misclick. Or to take down siege units. Paladin on the way though for Dark Noob. Very interesting. I didn't see Cavalier upgrade. I missed that one. Paladin coming in, and Paladin could actually like turn the game big time. Heavy Scorpions not really good against Paladins, and Pikemen only, but it's going to be Halberdiers here. Looks like Modri caught some of that, or maybe he's thinking, yeah, I can invest into the Halberdier upgrade. I will need it later on if the game is going long here. Villager-wise, Dark Noob ahead a little bit, but 128 for Modri, that's not really a problem or anything. He does is not underboomed. 128 seems like a very reasonable villager number. 136, almost too many, but for the Paladins, I guess you need them. 2 relics for both players, and looks like Dark Noob did not collect this relic. He can still not see it. 2 relics for each player, which is really fair here. Capram done, and Siege Ram available for the Khmer, but now there's the Paladins. Not all attack upgrades, but there is the first big fight. Heavy Scorpions doing damage, and the Halberdiers making sure that those Heavy Scorpions are not getting attacked by the Paladins. This is a really expensive army from Dark Noob. He is claiming that extra gold, he is guarding the other extra resources, and if he wants to pull off the Paladin attack, he needs a lot of gold. For now, looking good for him, and looks like Modri is down very low on resources, but I think he's probably queued up a lot of units now. There's a lot of Halberdiers in those barracks getting queued up and getting produced, obviously, but Dark Noob has more military units. He has the higher value army, and it's doing damage. Not so many Heavy Scorpions around. I see a few of them, but are getting attacked by a single Paladin. There is 2 castles guarding that gold. Looks like Dark Noob is making progress here. Paladin was an interesting but an effective choice here. It usually shouldn't work, and in the long run, the Halberdiers will be too strong, Paladins too expensive. For now, Dark Noob is looking really well. 831 stone in bank, that's almost 2 castles. Now moving villagers to stone, and a castle to protect the second extra gold. There is 1 light cap around here, mining cap coming up on the second stone, and the Paladins still trying to take down all the siege units that they can find. It's actually quite expensive to fight underneath the castle, and a lot of Halberdiers around against those Heavy Scorpions only, but the Paladins are surviving. Going back now, Husbandry on the way, very important upgrade here. And Iron Casting for the Paladins to get soon, at least fully upgraded. Omid kind of fight still happening, the Halberdiers looking good, and Trebuchet to hit that castle. Castle will go down. Modri is in trouble for now. 16, 17 military units only, doesn't have enough production going for himself. If that's the only barracks he has, now that's 3 more here, but still, that's not enough apparently, and Modri is low on resources now. He needs skirmish on the way for Dark Noob, wants to find a good counter to the Halberdiers that is a little bit cheaper than the Heavy Scorpions, and Archer Range is coming up forward now. The Heavy Scorpions not doing as much damage as they are supposed to do, even though the, what is it called, double crossbow I think, is done, and that's a really nice upgrade if you have a lot of crossbows like this with the Paladins sniping all the Heavy Scorpions. It's not looking so good here, and Modri is still going for the Scorpions, but he is not able to mass a lot of Halberdiers. The Paladins are taking them really fast, another castle dying, and I think next would be attack on Modri's base. You can see Lightcap here, not over chopping yet, but the castle is up, Dark Noob taking all the extra resources, his population capped on 200, and Modri at the same time not looking good with the resources, 650 gold, which is not bad. He's still collecting gold apparently, but army-wise, still only 23 now. He's gathering a little bit more. Dark Noob is not able to finish the game yet, at least. Has a lot of gold in the bank, has still enough stone for almost 2 castles, 1 at least, and another siege workshop coming up on the right-hand side. Can you see the relic now? Yes, he can. He should collect that. Maybe he will realize, oh, there's relics, another relic on the field. Could take it. Siege Ram coming up for Modri. Interesting upgrade, investing a lot of resources for the situation in siege rams, which are going down to Paladins really fast, and even the hand cannoneers will be able to do decent damage at least. Siege tower is not a meme, like going for a siege tower when it doesn't make sense. Maybe it was a misclick here. Bloodlines coming in, architecture, scale binding armor. Wants to go for, is it elephants? I don't think it's going to be elephants, it's just too expensive. I guess light calf possibly to maybe be able to deal with the hand cannoneers. Not too many Paladins around, but a few of them at least, and 54 military units still for Dark Noob. Castle coming up forward. He will claim the rest of this gold, and the Halberdiers are taking on a fight against the Paladins. No, they're not able to do so. That siege workshop and 2 barracks, not really in a good spot here, and there's more stables coming up at home for Dark Noob. Light calf production starting, but Dark Noob is setting up a very good attacking position, and Modri is calling the GG here. Population-wise, he's not so bad, but military units still only 19, and it's only a matter of time if Dark Noob is not doing a big mistake that he's winning this game. I hope you enjoyed this one. You can see it in this game. They're really neck and neck when it comes to the boom, when it comes to the relics and light calf and so on. But then the Paladin choice was superior here, and Dark Noob winning this game with the Franks against Khmer. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next games. GG.